Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Welcome back to the 1010s podcast with John and Indy, and it's Sunday, coming to you from Camp Such and Such.
Woohoo!
Yeah, all right. All right, India. So, what has been your most recent camping experiences?
I was kind of camping adjacent a couple weeks ago at the Amelia Island Concours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was pretty great. They held it on the golf course of the Amelia Island Ritz-Carlton, and there's tents everywhere, just not the kind of tents that you camp in.
So these were like non-sleeping tents.
I mean, you could sleep in that tent, right? But it'd be kind of drafty.
Okay.
But there is a bar there, so that does help.
Was the bar in a tent?
The bar was in a tent.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that. That's a you know, if I had a list of 10 tents that were my favorite kind of tents, it would be bar tent would be in there.
Bar tent, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what good is your tent if there's no bar in it?
I agree with that. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So that's a subsection of tent types then as well.
Yeah?
I would say, because you can have a bar tent, and then you have a tent with a bar.
Like a tent with a bar attached to it?
Yeah.
Or just a tent that's just for your bar?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like you go drink at the bar, or you have a bar in your house.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I stayed at the hotel for a couple days after the show was over. And I was kind of looking around, and I'm like, this is exactly what I would want out of my ideal tent. It's you got your living space, you got your bedroom, and it's all like blocked off with blackout curtains if you need it to be for late sleeping. And, there's a place for a campfire on your balcony. And I'm like, that's really all I ask for in a tent. And I don't think that's too much to expect from it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and it had electricity?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, I mean,
water.
That's
you need that.
Yeah, the running water is in heated water?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, what good is your running water, right, if it's not heated?
I agree with this. Yep.
Yes.
I agree with that. I was just over at Hallett, and it was 40 degrees out, and they have an outdoor shower. And everybody that goes there pretty much claims that the outdoor shower is cold water only. But what they don't know is they plumbed it backwards, and it has one of those single shower temperature things. So normally when you turn it on, it's just cold, and then you go all the way and it's hot. Well, this one is right when you turn it on, it's hot.
Is it like hot and you still have the water pressure, or is it like there's barely any water pressure, but it is hot water?
No, like it was just completely normally functioning. Yeah, it gets past that, like the initial, like, past a trickle, and then it just operates like normal. It's just that the two temperatures are flipped.
So for years and years and years, no one has figured this out.
I don't think a lot of people have, because they go and they try and turn it all the way to hot, and then it doesn't. It just stays cold, and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't work," or it just doesn't, or it only has cold water.
What a bunch of quitters!
Yep, yeah. So in that one, there's two outdoor stalls, and so the left one is plumbed like that. The right one is plumbed normal. So, but the left one also has this really janky like stall door that will just like lean open. So nobody ever uses it. So like I just prop something on the door, and that way like it wouldn't just swing open, and I was good to go. And I had a relatively clean shower to use, and it was really awesome, with it being like really chilly outside, but like in this really nice, amazing hot shower.
It would solve all of these problems.
A stay in a camp in a tent provided by the Ritz.
Yeah. Well, that, or, just a tent that has running water that's heated and all of the amenities of a luxury hotel room.
Yes, I agree with this.
This solves your problem right there.
It does. It does.
'Cause, I feel like we're a little old to be like roughing it in a way that means we have something to prove here. Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. I sent my girlfriend a selfie earlier today, and I had been sleeping on a cot, and she's like, "Your eyes look a little puffy."
Yeah, well, does the campground have a spa? You can go get a facial treatment.
They did, but it was booked up.
Oh,
Yeah, all the Formula Atlantic drivers got in really early. So, yeah, did you get any other recent camping experiences in?
I did not. I keep looking for that special sort of tent that will inspire me to get back out there, and really haven't found it yet. I'm
No.
open to suggestions though.
Well, we do. I got this interesting little list that we might be able to kind of put it out there that we've been working on
Oh yeah.
of a kind of a top 10 tents to
10
use.
tents? Really?
True story.
Ooh.
So we can kind of start going over that and see what they got. So
Yeah.
in the
They check all the boxes?
let's see here. So our criteria. What was our criteria? There's different types of tents.
I want to be able to stand up in said tent.
Okay, so a high roof is important for you.
I don't want to be damp when I wake up. Like some people think morning dew is like very magical and wonderful. I don't want morning dew on me. So it's got to stay dry.
Okay. So like
But I
you
don't
need
want
something
to
with like a dehumidifier in it?
That would be nice, right?
Okay.
But then I feel like unless you have an airtight tent, you're just dehumidifying the forest. And I don't think the moss likes that very much. So I'm willing to forego some of that,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Then I think that for you, the Vango TC500 XL might be something to consider because it's nice and tall.
Ooh.
It has plastic windows and it can be closed up.
That is a nice tent. It does check the boxes that, there's a nice little porch and then a living area and multiple doors to it.
You can park your golf cart in the front area.
Ooh, sweet.
Yep.
Yes, to save me from all that hiking, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, and 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like that's bigger than my apartment. Right?
Well, you got to have one room reserved for the bathroom.
Oh, it doesn't come with a bathroom?
No. Well, you got to put it in.
Oh, it's like an add-on?
Right.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, if I have to go camp, right? That's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. See if there isn't another.
Is that what they gave you in the Marines? Tent like that?
Yeah, totally. Ours was a little bit smaller.
Could you stand up in it?
No.
Did it have room for your boots, or did the boots stay outside?
No, we left those outside.
You didn't sleep with them on?
No.
I don't know. I feel like that hurts your response time.
Well, that depends on what you're doing. If you're on QRF, then
I don't know.
quick reaction force, then you leave boots on.
I don't know. I feel like there has to be a really good reason why I have to sleep outside. So that would always warrant needing to sleep with your boots on, I think, for me.
If the boots are always on, then how can a scorpion get in there?
That's a valid point.
So do you wear your boots in the shower?
No, you can see the scorpions there, and they can't swim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you hang them up on the towel hooks so they can't get in?
The scorpions?
Yeah, you hang your boots upside down on the towel hooks.
Oh.
And then the scorpions can't get in. Really, John, how do you camp?
I thought you were saying you hang the scorpions on the because they're stuck up on the hook and then they can't get in the boot because they're up there.
No, that would hurt them. Why do you want to hurt scorpions?
Well, no, their tails hook so that you put the tail, they just dangle.
Yeah, if you want to grab a scorpion by the tail, be my guest, buddy.
Well, it's better than a scorpion grabbing me by the foot.
No, we're talking about how to avoid them altogether.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's amateur hour here with your scorpion prevention.
So another option. Well, you're not super tall, so you might be okay with like a Coleman Instant Dome.
Yeah.
That might be kind of tall enough. Now it's a single room.
A single room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just need 5 feet 4 inches of clearance here.
I think you'd be okay as long as you didn't have like a big air mattress in the middle.
Ooh.
Is that a no-go?
I mean, well, I'm not going to stand on the air mattress, so.
Oh. Okay.
That's probably okay. That's probably fine.
Okay, well, what about the Nordisk Alfheim 19.6? It's a teepee.
Elfheim?
Alfheim.
Wow.
It's an ALF.
That's why. So I'm looking at a picture of this now, and it is a gigantic TV. How long does it take to put a tent like that up?
Well, it's just a single pole, and then you.
It's like 1,000 straps anchoring it to the floor.
Well, yeah, but look, this type of tent was streamlined over thousands of years by hunter-gatherers, never meant to be permanent, and then at some point, they did some R&D with, I think, some dancers, because now the pole is steel and it's reflective, and I've only seen that in one place before.
Only one? Good for you.
Yeah.
I think it's funny though, because it's obviously not a flagpole, right?
Right. Yeah. Although, why aren't there more teepees where the pole just keeps going and it also doubles as a flagpole?
I have always wondered that, and I feel like it's a huge missed opportunity for the affordable housing market. Like, flagpoles are everywhere in Texas, right? Like, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
So, like, why can't someone just, like, put a nice little house underneath it, and, like, all you need to do to pay your rent is to take care of Old Glory?
Yeah, that makes sense. And, I saw a really good flagpole just outside of a Whataburger last time I was traveling through the South. And I got to say, their burgers were pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yep.
Yeah, I think pretty good is a solid assessment of Whataburger, yes.
Yeah. I'll have to say that I've had a chance to travel around a bit and try different burgers out there. Mm-hmm. And I would probably put that like under like a Whopper.
Under a Whopper?
Yeah.
Like it is ranked.
Yeah, my ranking.
Like, is that like under par, or is that like not as good as a Whopper?
So I would say that I would, if I had a Whataburger burger and a BK Whopper in front of me, I would eat the BK Whopper.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my big gripe about Whataburger.
Okay.
And no one can explain to me why this is, and it drives me nuts every time I watch their commercials, because they're on all the time in Texas. It's written like "what a burger," and that's their whole thing. It's like "what a burger," but nobody says "what." They all say "what," so it's Whataburger. And I'm just sitting here like, who raised you? Like, why are you saying Whataburger? And it's Whataburger. Have you noticed that? It's the craziest thing, and you'll never not hear it.
So I don't think I've ever paid attention to it, but I've always paid attention to how I say it, and I say what, like WH, I think I do. But I never made the connection that it was supposed to be a phrase.
Oh, well, so even people that say what, like normally in real life, will still change it over to Whataburger. It's so strange.
Huh.
I don't get it. And no, every time I ask like a Whataburger fanatic, nobody can ever explain to me why that is, or why they change how they say what just because of Whataburger.
I think they just talk about it so much because they haven't had a chance to experience anything better.
That might be true. I will say, though, they have the best ketchup at Whataburger.
Really?
Yeah, which I never thought would be like a big like selling point for me, but like next level. And at one of the grocery store chains in Texas, you can get it.
Like Whataburger branded?
Ketchup. Yeah, it is their ketchup because they make their own ketchup.
It's
pretty solid.
So is it like next to like the Starbucks coffee or the McDonald's coffee?
No, it's like next to the Heinz.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And when you've had a really bad day, it's nice to go there and like get an order of fries with an order of their sausage gravy. and dip the fries in the gravy.
Is the sausage gravy available at stores as well?
It is not, but if you have the means, you really should just make your own gravy. But it's nice if you've had a bad day to just go to the drive-thru and get it.
Can you? I'm just imagining you going through the drive-thru and them just giving you a cup of like a soft drink cup of gravy.
Well, that's just gross. No, it's a much smaller cup.
So.
It's an appropriate sized portion of gravy for the fries that you have to dip it in.
So gravy on the go is okay as long as you're not drinking it straight.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's the grossness is in the quantity, right? Like, it's just like, that is a gross amount of gravy.
Well, like, what if I had like a family? Is there like a family size?
No, I think you just get extra containers of gravy. But, I mean, when I want a burger, that's not usually where I go.
No? Where do you
go? In Texas, In-N-Out is my thing. In-N-Out burger is really good. Yeah. I love their stuff, man, and they keep it simple,
Yeah, well, what about the secret menu?
I mean, animal style is a quality choice. I get that. I'm not going to hate on it. But it's not like their main thing, They're just like, hey, you want a burger? We got a really good burger for you. You want a shake? Cool. We'll even do side-by-side shakes for you so you can get that chocolate strawberry going. But I get it. Not everybody has In-N-Out burgers, so they don't all appreciate it. So, I will concede that in the Southeast, Cookout is a solid burger choice.
I don't think I've even had Cookout.
Oh, you're missing out. And when you do that Time Trials National Tour, you should do that. Yeah.
And where is it? So, like in North Carolina?
Oh, yeah. I think it started in North Carolina, but I'm sure if I'm wrong, someone will absolutely jump to correct me.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be really interested to see what the comment section is like on this episode in the 10 Tenths Facebook group.
Yeah. I think the second we said Whataburger instead of Whataburger, I bet it definitely exploded.
Yep, I agree with that.
I make no apologies for thinking this is ridiculous.
I don't like Checkers. I think
Checkers is only good for their fries.
Yeah, I think their patties are really, really great. And what's the other thing it's this, who is it that, so Hardee's? Oh, Hardee's too. That's the burger I'm thinking of.
Oh, Hardee's Carl's Jr.
Yep. Yeah, those burgers are awful.
Yeah, but you know what they do? In the mornings, they do a chicken fried steak biscuit. And if you have to get breakfast on the road somewhere, like on the road,
yep,
that's a pretty solid option.
That's good to know.
Also, with sausage gravy. We've come full circle. You're welcome.
One time I got some Sonic and I got a drink from them and I'd finished it and I went to go pour the ice out in the sink and there was a penny in there.
There's a penny and not like pieces of fruit. What kind of drink did you have?
Like a Coke in a cup.
Why would you just get a Coke at Sonic?
Or not Sonic, Checkers.
Oh, okay. Because at Sonic you can get like a vanilla Coke,
right,
a cherry Coke. Like you can get a cherry limeade and they'll actually put like pieces of lime and a bunch of cherries in it.
Yeah, no, this was just like soda, ice, and apparently a penny.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah.
And you should never go back.
I was really surprised by it.
Was it heads up?
I don't remember.
Because that makes a difference.
Yeah, it does, and I should have paid more attention.
Rookie mistake, John.
Yep, you're right. I'm sorry.
I think proximity to cheeseburgers is definitely on my list for ideal tent scenarios. I
agree with that.
Yeah.
They should make an app.
Yeah. I agree.
A cheeseburger to tent proximity app. So you can either look up for cheeseburgers or you can look up tents or camping spots. And when you select one, it then tells you the nearest opposite thing.
I have a better and more plausible solution.
Okay.
So, you know when everyone asks, like, what would your superpower be if you had one?
Sure.
Mine would be to just,
Smell colors. That's mine.
yikes. But mine would be to, like, conjure a cheeseburger whenever I wanted it.
I think that's better.
Like, the best cheeseburger that you can possibly have in that moment. Like, I would be able to make it appear and just, hand it over. Or eat it, whatever.
So, like, would this come from you, or like it would just pop out of thin air?
Yeah, it would just materialize in my hands. Like, I don't have to do anything. I just hold my hands out and say, burger, please. And it just shows up.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that would make any tent really check that box for me. It would solve a lot of our problems, I think.
Yeah, that's true, because then you just go to whatever camping spot you want. And then it would make backpacking really easy.
It would make backpacking so easy. It would make traveling easy. Everything.
Yep.
I would never have to pay for food at a ball game ever again. I would save so much money.
You could sell them.
No, I wouldn't sell them. That's just abusing your power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, no, why would I use that power for profit? I just want to use it for good and say, like, oh, you love cheeseburgers too? Here is a cheeseburger. I'm benevolent like that.
Yeah. All right, well, moving on. We got some recent camping-related news. Do you want to go over that, India?
Is it how millennials are ruining camping?
It is.
Oh, good for us. We're so good at ruining things.
Yeah. So in this article that I did not read, millennials are doing more camping. And it's because Gen Xers are doing it less, and millennials are doing it more because it's cheap. And I think
none of us have any money.
Yep, but I think it also correlates. I think that they're also counting festival goers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that now. We're definitely ruining camping.
Yep, because before festivals, the only thing that there was for that kind of camping was tailgate tents.
What's a tailgate tent?
Well, so apparently it's really popular like in the Northeast, from what I understand. And like where they tailgate before like a football game.
Yeah.
And
like you set up a tent in your area. It's like a pop-up tent.
Right. Yeah, so they do that. But I guess what's different about some of these events is they'll put a toilet in there.
Like out in your open tent?
Well, it's not an open tent.
Yeah, I'm not following you.
Like they make their own like bathroom.
So it's like a porta potty, but it's made of a tent.
Yeah, and like
that sounds awful.
Like a bucket, and then they just leave it.
What? None of this makes sense.
I swear to God, this is a problem at some NFL tailgating things.
You mean Buffalo, right? It's Buffalo.
It's been a while since I read about it, but this is like out in the Northeast, if I remember correctly.
Buffalo?
Yeah. And when they tailgate, instead of like being a decent human being and like going to a regular bathroom, these groups of people will set up a tent with like a bucket in it and then they just leave it.
That is the grossest thing I've... What is wrong? Who raised you?
I mean...
Why would you ever do... There's... Every tailgating situation I've ever been in, there has never been a shortage of places to go like a decent human being.
Right.
Why would you forego those options for your bucket in a tent? This is a misuse of tents, John.
And I agree with you.
The responsibility of it.
You know, and this is the thing, is that this is something that's been going on for years. This is not a millennial issue.
I was about to say, this is not millennials.
Right. But then they complain about the millennials just leaving broken tents after festivals. And I think that if we're going to go after a group of people for leaving their tents behind, it's these Gen Xers and older who are basically leaving poop tents around in cities.
Ew.
Yep, I agree, right? You know, like, I think that's a bigger problem.
You mean buffalo tailgates is a problem?
Yes.
I think a lot of people agree with that. I think the table industry is thrilled with it because they burn through so many tables, but that is wasteful.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, I mean, I don't know. You know,
I feel like my nice Sunday is now ruined for knowing that bit of trivia.
well, you know, it's a big problem, and I think more people need to be aware of it. And if anybody's from hypothetically Buffalo territory, then maybe you should police after your neighbors.
I agree.
Yep.
Ew, I just can't get over that. That will haunt me forever. Thank you.
So do you have any fun tinting adventures coming up?
You know, I think now that I've seen that gigantic, like, 4-bedroom tent that you just sent me, and at a very reasonable $3,000, I think I might have to come up with different things to go do.
Just completely not tent related.
What?
Oh, to take it. I thought you were saying that the price was too high and that you're getting priced out of being able to do tent activities.
You can't put a price on happiness, John. And
This
when
is
I
true.
get my cheeseburger conjuring superpower, the money I'll save on cheeseburgers will pay for my new tent.
Oh, that's a good point. So this is a long-term thing.
I think so, yeah, because it would be really nice to go, like, look at the stars and stuff. You know, being a city kid, I don't get to do that
Right.
a lot.
That makes sense.
I think so. Aren't you about to go on a big camping adventure? Your
I
big
am.
tour coming up?
Yeah, so we're doing a brand new series, and I'm going to be driving our equipment around.
Ooh.
And instead of, going to one of these Time Trials Nationals tour events and just coming straight back like we do with most of our other programs, I'm going to be working on the road more, and I'm going to take advantage of it and try to camp as I go through the big parts of the country and get to see things that I haven't seen before. So
That's pretty rad. So other people camp at the tracks, right?
Yep.
I wonder if we could survey what kind of tents they're all working with.
Do we go inspect the tents?
No, that's creepy.
Okay.
I think you check them out and you say, "Hey, buddy, what kind of tent is that?"
Sounds like a tent inspection.
It's not an inspection. It's like when someone's got a cool dog at the track and you run over to the dog and you, like, pet the dog and you're super excited to see the dog and you say, "What kind of dog is this?" You're not inspecting the dog.
Right.
You're just, like, happy to see it, want to know more about it. I think this is reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's research, John.
You're right. I'm sorry. We're also going to be doing at some of our events we will have we'll both be there and be able to host the 10 tents paddock parties.
Oh yeah.
So that's the other cool thing to look out for at a track near you is the 10 tents paddock party, and it's going to be a circle of 10 tents with a campfire in the shape of a tent.
I think that's brilliant, really. That is my favorite part of this whole thing, is that the campfire is in the shape of a tent.
Right. And that's where you get your beer tent and your music tent and your food tent. But we're not doing a toilet tent. We're going to...
Nope, that can stay in Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, the Buffalo event will have a toilet tent.
I will definitely not be in Buffalo.
It's in the track contract. I don't know why. Something about unions.
I don't know.
But yeah, so it's going to be a great road trip. I'm going to be going all over the place for about 6 months, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Super rad.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to join you on a couple of those stops, but I probably will try to find a hotel room.
Oh.
Instead of whatever tent is out there.
Uh-huh.
Unless we can somehow expense the Van Gogh TC500 XL Air.
We should look into that.
We should look into that.
Yep.
I'll make a call. I got a guy.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of wraps up this episode. The last bit of good news is that we've recently been named the number 7 tent-related podcast.
What?
Yep.
We were number 9 last week.
Right. Yeah. Well, we all we can do is thank our audience and our fans.
Amazing. You guys are the best.
Yep. For following us on iTunes and giving us 5 stars and leaving reviews. It's helping out a ton. So anybody that hasn't done that, it's just like the YouTube, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like, and help us out. And I think that it'd be really cool if we can keep chugging along and break into the top 5 tent podcasts.
Oh man, that's the dream.
Yep, I think so. So yeah, once again, thanks to all of our fans. We really love you. We appreciate you.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Yep, awesome. Well, hey, see you again next week, India.
Hey, yeah, see you again next week, John. Let me know about any camping adventures you suddenly find yourself in.
Oh, I absolutely will. And do 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 do.